folks, this is another episode from the TGV Global Series where we are featuring folks from different countries. And Joseph Erughe is an innovative interior designer with over 3 years of experience in crafting both functional and visually stunning living and workspace environments. He's passionate about creating organized, eco-friendly spaces, and he specializes in diverse aspects of interior design and home automation, including 3D modeling, wall decorations, flooring, woodwork, Arduino programming, CCTV, and electric fence installation. And he's also proficient in business management. His mission is to transform spaces into captivating visual stories, optimizing time and cost for clients, regardless of the project scale. Interesting profile, isn't it? So as we prepare to delve into our conversation on the topic at hand, from blueprint to success, navigating startup challenges, here is an exciting twist. Let us tickle the brain of our guest Joseph. So Joseph, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response without thinking much. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, thank you so much, Naveen. I'm actually excited. We are finally having this conversation. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
I'm equally excited as well. And here comes my first word. Curiosity.
Cat.
Invention.
Elon Musk.
Future.
Africa.
Book.
The non-interior design hack to interior design. It's actually a book I wrote. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Movie?
The Orbit. The Orbit.
The Orbit. Okay. Food.
Rice.
Place.
Ghana.
Okay. Name.
Joseph.
Animal.
Tiger.
World.
Yeah. Okay. Space.
Okay. Great. So thank you so much for participating in the first rapid fire round so sportively, Joseph, and I really appreciate it. We have one more rapid fire round towards the end of this episode. Let me welcome the audience. So folks, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series where we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. I'm your host, Naveen Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place through valuable discussions that add value not only to your life but also to your career. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Joseph, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice. Super excited to have you part of our journey.
Yeah, thank you so much, Naveen. I'm really excited too. I mean, great work you are doing. I went through the series of speakers that have been on this show and doing an amazing job. Well done.
Thank you so much. And let's get started now, Joseph. So let's begin with your success mantra. So please share with our audience the top 3 things that have contributed to your success so far.
Okay. I think I'll list a few of them. You said 3, so I'll list them and then talk about them. One thing that has contributed is grit. Yeah, grit, perseverance. Knowledge also has done. Then mentorship has been a good thing for me. Why I say grit or outside the knowledge part. Yeah, so it's really important that every individual starting up anything has the right knowledge in regards to that thing. Yeah, so for me, knowledge has been a very paramount investment. Yeah, because over time you get to see how much you need this, because you can't go out there. Of course, it's very easy to say you want to start a business. It's very easy to say you want to start earning from a business, but eventually, when you get the first client, when you get the second client, what else are you going to be expecting afterwards? So it's the knowledge you have, or it's the knowledge you put into the activity you are doing that will probably set you apart from other individuals. You're not the only one doing this. There are competitions around. So it means you have to be knowledgeable about what you are doing. Eventually, if the client comes through, you are sure you did well. You are sure you did your own part. And then whatever comes out of it, you are very sure you worked your way. The other part, I said grit. Yeah, so I'll be diving into grit. For me, it has been a very, very, very strong focal point because, you know, the Nigeria economy the Nigeria climate is it's quite it's quite difficult for businesses. Yeah, so it's very, very paramount that any individual stepping into the business place is very strong on this, you get, because the forces around will fight your intentions, you get. Some people end up just dreaming about doing this. Some people end up just having the wish I could have done. But you have to have grit, you have to persevere, you have to know that storms will come. Your own part as an entrepreneur, as a business person, is to go through those storms and make the world see what you have. So that too, then mentorship. Yeah, mentorship is very, very vital. I mean, it's one important thing that I've tried on. Yeah, because there are people that have gone ahead of you. There are people that have seen beyond what you are currently seeing. So it's very important to know that you don't have to go that road of experiencing issues all by yourself when you already know that there's somebody who has gone through this. So you just get the roadmap, be clear on the path you are walking through. Somebody is always out there to guide you. It's just for you to reach out in the right way. And if you are able to do that, you definitely get a mentor who is willing and who is well capable of leading you through the path to success. So I think those three things: grit, knowledge, and mentorship.
Okay, great. And Joseph, you have shed light on the challenges that startups often face, like skepticism and the need for trust in a competitive market. So, could you share your personal experiences in overcoming these challenges when you started your interior design business in 2019?
All right. So I'm actually on the right track. I was just trying to see if. Okay, so going forward, I personally needed to know what it all entails, and for that, I spoke to people. I got to talk to certain people that I felt were more knowledgeable than me. So with that, I was introduced to certain skill set. I started by knowing business itself before I even got the skill. Yeah, so I was advised to get to understand business like every other person there, understand business before venturing into the skill itself. And because I already had an idea of business, it was quite easy for me to navigate with leveraging on people. Yeah, so of course, leveraging on other people. I had to start seeing artisans. I had to start seeing people with this skill and leverage on their own platforms. For me, the act of following has been very important to navigate skepticism and trusting in a competitive market, because a lot of people are always into being the forefront of things. They want to be the one leading. But I studied a book called The Act of Following at a very pivotal point in my business. And because of the knowledge I got, I found out that it was easy to start from following people. Yeah, so we get to see other brands that have made the mark that are probably doing so well. Yeah, so from them, I started studying how they treat their customers, how they carry out social media campaigns, how they communicate their value to the rest of the world. Just by following them, it was quite easy for me to navigate through this skepticism. It's quite easy for me to also trust, because with that, I was able to know the right persons that I could give my time to, that I could afford in bringing on board into my business. So I think the act of following was a very, very, very key element.
All right. So, Joseph, that's great to hear from you. And thank you for highlighting those challenges and how you have overcome. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the early stages of a startup, like especially navigating a startup during the early stage, right, can be quite challenging. And could you elaborate on the strategies that you employed to stay focused and maintain grit? Because you said grit is one of the success mantra. And in addition to that, the how you have worked towards achieving your vision during the initial years of your interior design business.
Okay, so strategies are quite visible. One of all of this is just know yourself. self-awareness is very important. Just know where you are in your career journey, in your current level of knowledge. Be sure of where you are. This is the first part for every individual. This is where I started from. So I have to tell myself the truth that, oh, I really do not know so much about this, but I would love to make a business out of this. So what do I do? How do I go about this? I have no level of knowledge, you get. So this was very, very key to me moving forward. And then afterwards, you should be ready to make a plan. Yeah, you should be ready to see beyond ordinary. So it's very important to have plans, because plans are sort of like finish points for you. Of course, plans can interject and help you reach a final goal, you get. So it's very important for you to see a plan, have a vision in front of that plan. Of course, I didn't mention that before, but have a vision for what you want this thing to be about. Don't put money in front, you get. Money shouldn't be the first thing that comes to your mind if you want to start up a business, because you will run at a disadvantage. Many times business people or entrepreneurs see money as the first thing, but it shouldn't be, because if you are creating value, eventually money will come afterwards. Because imagine doing a year without having anything from the skill that so thought would make you rich or something. Okay, so that was my story. I wasn't earning in the first year of the business. Okay, so it was because I had a vision, because I had love for what I was doing. I already had, okay, this is probably the plan. So I said, this would be my learning phase. Let's just enjoy it. I do free jobs, or however it comes, I just work, whatever comes in. It won't be easy if you put out money as your first priority. You get. So be ready to give out value oriented at initials. Be ready to give out value, see the vision, have plans, set out plans for this. So that's quite it.
Good. So you also emphasized the importance of planning and setting clear objectives as the building blocks for achieving a greater vision, right? So can you provide advice on how startups can also effectively structure and objectify their plans to ensure success in the long run?
Okay, so I'll just use this will be very fast. I'll engage you also. I would love for if you can respond, it will be fine. Naveen.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get a response from me? Okay. So let's assume this is my first time coming to India.
Right.
And I obviously know the New Year. Yeah, I think I know Delhi, if that's correct. Yeah, so let's say this is my first time of coming to India, and for adventure, I wanted to navigate to a shop or to a complex, and I needed to go there. And you're already familiar with the environment. You just give me a name in India. Where do you think people go to buy stuff? Or
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Did I get that right? Okay, so let's assume both of us want to go to Hyderabad. We have a time limit for that.
Yeah.
So you are supposed to go at the same time when I'm supposed to go there. And this is my first time in India. I really don't know anywhere. Even if I have the Google map with me, I probably will miss my way a couple of times before navigating back.
Yeah.
But for you are covered the whole environment. So you could even go ahead to gist with your friends or do some other extracurriculum activity before getting there. But you already know your path. So you definitely get there intact and with the right mindset or state of mind. For me, I will be stressed because I really do not know how to navigate my way. Even if you eventually start giving me directions, it will not be as clear as what you have.
Right.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what plans and goal setting is like. That's what objectives are like. So you put this and then you are able to correctly see how the future is. So it's going to just be like building blocks, but eventually it's a clear picture of the direction you are taking. It's a clear picture of where you are headed. So without a plan, it's almost like you are a newbie in that zone with no directions. You don't know where you are going to. So it's easy for you to get lost. It's easy for you to get carried away by anything that comes along your way. But if you have a clear plan, if you have a clear vision of where you are headed, it becomes very, very clear. You know, okay, I'm not supposed to do this at this time.
Yeah.
I probably messed up. I can retrace my step, go back to whatever I should be doing before now. So it's very, very paramount that you have clear stated plan. It's better to write them out. It's better for them to be precise. It's better for them to be time bound. It's better for them to be specific. Yeah. So these are all I think you need to have with regards plan. So probably you should also make them big. A lot of people fear to have big goals, but the bigger they are, of course, they should not be too ambitious for you to accomplish. But the bigger they are, the better your chances are to achieving them.
So, very nice. Yeah. I loved the analogy of visiting a new city in a new country and how you can leverage the expertise of others. That's very nice, Joseph. Now let's factor in the external factors. Like you said, there is inadequate power supply in Nigeria and it is impacting the businesses. So how can startups adapt and navigate these external challenges to ensure they don't hinder progress and growth in their entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, so one thing that is quite simple, what I'm going to say may be against the rules, but the fact is every part of the world face challenges. You get businesses face challenges. It's either you are taxed to the point where you feel like you can't do this anymore, or you are having competitions that are healthy. You have people who rather have you dead than see you prosper in your business. Yeah, so challenges abound everywhere because we live in a world with different kind of people. So it's very, very paramount to know that your mindset needs to be right in regards to business you are doing. You need to see as an entrepreneur that challenges are just opportunities to thrive. You get, if you fix this, it means that you've won. So try as much as possible to think about fixing. You don't see challenges all the time. Think about, how do I come in? How do I do something that will make a difference with this? Of course, I'm giving very limited resources, but it's very, very important to understand that challenges are a stepping stone. Of course, we understand the Nigeria terrain, how the electricity and some government policies may not be very pleasant. But even with that, we have the freedom to do business freely. You can just think about something and start it up without even having so much government influence. So that itself is good for any business to thrive. Just with the right knowledge, you can navigate your way through these challenges.
Awesome. Joseph, now let's talk about the profits versus having a broad perspective. So can you share the examples of how considering the societal impact, resilience, and maintaining high standards contributed to the success of your business and also others in the industry? So should we really chase profits or should we add value and focus on creating the social impact?
Yeah, all of these are very, very important. I'm not going to leave any of them on the floor, but it's very, very important to think beyond yourself. To think beyond yourself, to think towards creating value, social impact before you think profit. Yeah, so it's very, very important. It's something that should be very, very key in the hearts of every entrepreneur, thinking beyond just the profit-making margin. Because challenges are going to come, and then you may not even have the money that you so seek, like I previously stated. You may not have the resources to fund your business. So what's going to keep you going? What's going to keep you going? It's going to mean that you should have things beyond the physical or beyond the natural impact you want for yourself. So this is what I think towards what you just said.
So moving to the next question, Joseph. This is more about Remi Dada and Jumoke Dada's experiences. Right? So how can aspiring entrepreneurs learn from these case studies and apply key learnings to their own startup journey?
Okay, so it's very, very, I'll just share their story a bit. They are related to what I do. They are related to interior design, and both of them. So that's why I sort of enjoyed the fact that you asked me to talk about them. Jumoke Dada, Remi Dada, they are individuals that are also thriving irrespective of the current situation in the country. They had their issues too, but both of them actually had separate background. This is why it's very, very important to know that the mindset is very, very key to your development as an entrepreneur. Yeah, so it is very, very funny that they had different background. One was overseas and one was here in Nigeria, but they are both doing greatly because of what they saw. Yeah, so Jumoke saw she explained in an interview she saw that there was a need in the Nigerian market for homemade furnitures, and she saw it as a problem that she could solve. She didn't learn furniture making. She was actually an architect, just like the other guy. But because she saw it as an issue, I think she said what stayed out was because of the Japanese investors or the people who came to train them at a seminar she attended, at a exhibition she attended, that spoke down on the Nigerian market. So it was like a firing shot to her. And that was what boosted confidence in doing what she did. So she went ahead saying that, oh, this seems like a problem. How do we change the narrative? So it's the same for every business. It's strive with problem solving. You see that, oh, there's something lacking in our environment. How do we change this? And you definitely are going to see the transitioning. I think that's for that. Definitely are going to see the transitioning.
Awesome. I loved it, Joseph. And now let's move ahead and get into the second rapid fire round so that we can add some more spice and some more excitement to the episode. So if you're ready, I'm going to kick off the second rapid fire round with the set of intriguing questions. Are you ready to dive in?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So here comes my first bullet out of the rapid fire. If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say, Joseph?
Go beyond your dreams.
Go beyond dreams. Wow.
Yeah.
And what is one thing that you are really bad at that you wish you were good or better at?
Delegating duties. As an entrepreneur, as the founder, the CEO, you have to delegate duties. But sometimes I find myself doing most of the things I ought to tell other people to do. So I think I'm working on this actually.
Nice. Yeah, delegation is one challenge. And can you describe yourself in just one word?
Artistic.
And what's your favorite thing about living in the current times, the 21st century?
Yeah, it's fast paced. Like everything moves so quickly. I mean, tomorrow you could see an headline that aliens are everywhere. Okay, that's just a joke, but it's very fast paced.
Okay. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Knowledge. If I could have the entire knowledge of the world, know everything, know what could happen in the future, that would be awesome.
Okay, wonderful. And last one for the rapid fire. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you would like to see or invent yourself?
Okay, there's an app that I intend to create. I already spoke to certain programmers. It's going to help every individual become an interior designer of their own spaces. So it's going to be on your phone, and you could probably just swipe and be able to visibly see what next you could do in your space. What sort of furniture would work better for you as an individual? Seeing your personality type, your preferences. Yeah, so that's something I would love to see. That's something I hope to even build myself.
Awesome. And I love the rapid fire. Let's flip back to the mainstream. So as we conclude, can you share a memorable project where your passion for eco-friendly designs and innovative solutions truly made a lasting impact on a client, and how that experience has influenced your approach to the future projects?
Yeah, so there was this project we did. I was I was opportune to participate in it. So it was like a container house. You've seen those container houses, if you know what I mean, like these export containers. Yeah. So
Yep.
we were we were able to convert it to a restaurant, and it was just lying in the seaport. It was useless at that point in time, but we were able to convert it. Did a lot of work on it, made it habitable, treated it, and got it to be somewhere that people could visit. So for me, that has been very, very, very mind blowing, for the fact that we could transform waste into something that people envision to go to. And for the clients too, it was the first in my city. So their reaction to it was very, very beautiful, as they loved the fact that something like this could be created. They enjoy visiting it. They enjoy people enjoy visiting it and having fun there. So it's something I'm very proud of. I was part of.
Awesome. And your journey is really inspiring. And before I let you go, please share with our audience about how is your experience being hosted on the Guiding Voice platform.
No, yeah, it's has been awesome. Naveen, you've been a very, very good host, I must say, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to share your platform with you. I mean, I have seen in a lot of notable speakers. I went through some series, and they are very, 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 very good. Like the knowledge they share, I mean, it's awesome.
Thank you so much for going through the podcast and also for sharing the feedback. And not only that, for joining the conversation today by spending your valuable time. And I really appreciate it, Joseph. And also on this note, I would also like to thank Stephen Robin, my mentee, for connecting us both and making sure that this episode or this conversation has happened. So thank you, Stephen. And thank you, Joseph. And looking forward to one more conversation in future. Thank you so much once again. Have a great time and wish you all the best on your business.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, friends, that was our episode with Joseph Erughe. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our podcast from wherever you have tuned in, because subscribing keeps you updated on the new episodes. And also, if you have enjoyed this conversation and found it useful, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues who can benefit from the Guiding Voice. Spread knowledge and help others grow just like you. And your support means a lot. It helps us create more content for you and our community. And let's learn together on this journey. Now let's hop into the trivia segment of today's episode. Having had a wonderful conversation about entrepreneurship in Nigeria, I thought I would extend a few facts related to entrepreneurship in Nigeria. So there is a vibrant startup ecosystem currently prevailing in Nigeria. And it is a rapidly growing and vibrant startup ecosystem, particularly in the cities like Lagos and Abuja. These startups operate in various sectors, including technology, agriculture, fintech, healthcare, and more. And talking about the startup funding and investments, the Nigerian startup ecosystem has attracted significant investment in the recent years. And according to the Partech Africa Tech Venture Capital Report 2020, Nigerian startups have raised over $700 million of funding in 2019, and ever since the funding has been on the rise. And third one is about the fintech growth. Fintech is a prominent sector within the Nigerian entrepreneurship, and the country has seen substantial growth in fintech startups with innovations in mobile payments, peer-to-peer lending, blockchain, and many more. So, what else are you waiting for? If you know any other facts related to entrepreneurship in Nigeria, please drop so if you are watching it on YouTube in the form of a comment, or if you have found this episode on social media, you can comment there. And not only that, if you have any guest recommendations, please pass them on. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome community. We would love to hear from you and share your ideas and feedback through our social media or email. And also, let us create content that resonates with you. Our email address is theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com. I'm your host, Naveen Samala. a lifelong learner, and my goal is to have impactful conversations that improve not only your life but also your career. And stay connected as we journey together. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, the future holds great things because the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. Until next time, take care and see you all in the next episode with another amazing guest.